What's up, guys? Hockey TikTok is back with an all-new video. In today's episode of the series, What's the Best Name in Hockey? I am unveiling an all-new roster. This one is going to be very similar to the last episode, which was Team Tim Tom, which was basically a combination of two separate names, Tim or Tom, as our main name for the roster. This one is going to be called Jake Jack. So these are people with names either Jake or Jacob or Jack or Jackson or something like that. So they have to be a Jacob or a Jack or a Jake or a Jack to be in this roster. So let's get right to it. I'm going to unveil all four forward lines and then the D pairings and then finally the goaltenders. And we'll see how they stack up against the other fantasy rosters that I've already created. So on line one, it's very obvious, I think, to most people who the first line center would be, and that would be from the New Jersey Devils, Jack Hughes, centering the top line. So that guy's a very, very talented, very highly skilled, super elite level player. So it made sense to have him centering the top line on Team Jake Jack. And to his left wing, we have another super talented player, a really big goal scorer, Jake Gensel, is going to be playing up there with Jack Hughes. So we have Jake Gensel and Jack Hughes on line one. And then to their right, the right wing talent was a little bit less strong, a little bit less depth than the other couple of lines. So I filled that one out with Jack Quinn. So that is line one. We've got Jake Gensel, Jack Hughes, and Jack Quinn. On line two, from Vegas Golden Knights, another superstar at center. So Team Jake Jack has really strong center depth when you look at them compared to some of these other teams. They have Jack Eichel playing down center as their second line. So the fact that they have Jack Eichel as a second line center is really promising for this fantasy roster, because there's not many other teams that have that strong as a second line center as somebody who like Jack Eichel, who could be considered sort of a superstar, elite level talent in his own right. So Jack Eichel is going to be the second line center. And then on his wing, we have Jake DeBrusk. I think he currently is on Vancouver Canucks, and a guy named Jack McBain on Eichel's wing. So that's another Jake, another Jack, and another Jack. So it's Jake, Jack, Jack on line two and Jake, Jack, Jack on line one. And that is the first two forward lines for Team Jake Jack. So looking pretty strong so far. And this team looks like it's going to be able to keep up with some of the other rosters that we've already created. So let's see what we've got here for line three. Down the center, we've placed Jack Rostelvik. So his right, we have Jake Neighbors. And left wing, Jack Drury. So again, we've got another line with two Jacks and one Jake for line three for the Team Jake Jack. And again, looking pretty strong, guys. I can't really find a weak link yet for this team. And three very solid forward lines for Team Jake Jack so far. Then finally, rounding out to get all four lines rolling. This is where the depth is going to be pretty tough to find that many forwards like Jake or Jack to play on this final line. So I put a guy named Jackson Blake on right wing, Jacob Peterson on center, and Jack Studnicka on left wing. So Jack Studnicka is currently a Vancouver Canuck, he's trying to make a name for himself right now. Has played 107 games in the NHL so far for a couple different teams, Boston and Vancouver, San Jose. He's going to be the fourth line left wing. Jacob Peterson was the center. This dude is also around the same number of games. He's played 83 in the league and currently playing for San Jose Sharks, and has played for Dallas in the past as well. And then Jackson Blake, the right wing for this team. I think he's a rookie for Carolina right now. So young talented guy can make a name for himself in the NHL this year. So those are all the forward lines for Team Jake Jack. And again, this team looks like it can actually compete with some of the other super talented teams when you just look at them on paper so far for the forward lines. Then let's get over to the defensive pairings. So on the defensive pairings, pairing number one is super strong, guys. We got Jacob Chychrun and Jake Sanderson. So these are both, first or second pair defensemen on their respective teams, I believe. And they both fit in quite well as a top pairing for Team Jake Jack. Their second pairing is also a super talented duo. So for this one, we have Jake Wallman and Jacob Trouba. So again, a Jacob and a Jake for the defensive pairing. So I'm noticing a pattern here, guys. The defensemen for Team Jake Jack are all named Jake right now. So we've got Jacob Chychrun, Jake Sanderson, Jake Wallman, and Jacob Trouba. And then to round out the final pairing, we've got Jake Middleton and Jake Bean as the third defensive pairing. And I must say, guys, this looks like quite a good group of defensemen. They're all decent enough players, and they all kind of fit in well for Team Jake Jack. There's nobody that's completely out of sorts compared to a lot of the other players on the entire team. So that's the defensive pairings. And then let's check out who they have in net. So for their goalies, we've got two really strong options. From the Dallas Stars, we have Jake Ottinger. As their second option as a goaltender, they have Jacob Markstrom. So Team Jake Jack is rocking Jake Ottinger and Jacob Markstrom as a goaltending duo or tandem. So that's a super strong goaltending duo. Very solid 6 defensemen, and then 4 deep forward lines. So there you have it, guys. That's the full lineup, the full roster for Team Jake Jack. How do you guys think they would stack up against some of the other fantasy rosters? And let me know in the comments, guys, if you think that there's somebody that I forgot or some other changes that could be made to make this lineup even better or even stronger. And thanks, guys, for watching. Please follow and like and comment and all that stuff.